And Max Bergmann joins me now. He is the director of the Europe, Russia, and Eurasia Program and the Stuart Center in Euro-Atlantic and Northern European Studies at the Center for Strategic and International Studies. Max, good to have you with us this hour. Want to ask what your
Good to be with.
biggest takeaway was from today in terms of global implications.
Well, it's a shocking development, but not maybe not surprising. I think
Hmm.
it was pretty clear that the Trump administration had little interest in supporting Ukraine. That has been, I think, clear from the rhetoric from President Trump even before he was reelected, and that the efforts to negotiate a peace agreement between Ukraine and Russia were sort of always fanciful. It didn't really make any sense, in part because the Russians clearly don't really have an interest in negotiating with the Ukrainians, and you kind of need the two warring parties to talk. And so I think it was inevitable that the United States was likely going to walk away from Ukraine. And for Ukraine, that would be, essentially a stab in the back. It's just really shocking that instead of a stab in the back, it's been sort of a stab in the face. And it's happened so directly and so explosively here in Washington. What was supposed to be a moment where Ukraine and the United States were, going to ink a deal. The deal wasn't that substantive, but still, it was going to be a sign of, perhaps support for Ukraine. And instead, we've got the exact opposite. I think my broader take, though, is this: if you assume that Ukraine is now doomed in this war with Russia, I think you're very. I think that's really wrong. In part because Ukraine is standing up to Russia right now. And Europe, I think, seeing this is going to react with horror, and I think increase of their efforts to support Ukraine. So to me, this looks like the United States really sidelining itself from leadership in this war, in negotiating a settlement, and I think it's going to have a chilling effect on allies, not just in Europe, but in the world.
Max Bergmann, thank you for your perspective.